What's going on, everyone? This is D. Anthony. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to cover a big key component as to why I personally feel that you are unable to get payouts with prop firms. Whether you've gotten one and haven't been able to get one back, whether you've never got one at all, but you can pass evaluations until you're blue in the face. But this was a problem for me, even just leading up into a couple of years ago. Now, I've traded for over 12, 13 years. I've traded a personal account, equities, options, so forth and so forth. I'm definitely have no problem making money on that side. However, when I came over into the prop firm space, I felt not the same type of level of success. And maybe, you guys have not felt the level of success that maybe you think you have. You've learned the strategies, you've put in the time, you've done the back testing, you've joined the Discord, you've watched the YouTube videos. You've asked questions, you've joined communities, and you still are on the edge of almost getting it, but you're not. Now, in this video, I do want to cover one major key component to why I think could be the reason that 90% of you guys are not getting paid out when it comes to trading prop firms, okay? The real reason that I feel is you are focused and you care more about the money than the execution, than the system, okay? I want to say that again. You care more about the potential of how much money you can make with 20 accounts or 10 funded accounts than you care about the plan and the execution, okay? So for a lot of people, they are very focused on how much they can make. They're obsessed with the payouts. If I just have 5 funded accounts and I take out $1,000, that's $5,000. I can do this in 7 days. I can do this in 10 days. I can do this in 2 weeks, right? This firm offers daily payouts. If I copy traded 5 accounts, I can do it in a week, right? I can do it in a day. You are focused each and every single day on how much money you're going to be able to make versus following your rules, following the plan, okay? Watching your account, you become emotionally attached to the balance instead of the execution. So you see a setup, you see your strategy present itself, you get into the trade, you're fixated on the dollar amount. It's flashing, it's going up, it's green, it's red, it's red. You are focused on the dollar amount on the P&L versus the structure. You're focused on the dollar amount, what you potentially could make if it continues to run, versus the chart is technically telling you to take profits. I understand it would be nice to make $1,000 a trade, but the chart might be showing you, it might be telling you that, hey, you should probably take profits into this resistance level, into this prior structure, and maybe that profit's only $200, right? Number one reason that is listed at number 3, but I think it could be very well number 1, trading too big, right? We've all done it. I will sit here, I will tell you, I am on your side of things with this, especially with prop firms. I don't seem to do it when I'm trading in my personal account. Why? Go figure that. Trading too big a size. You increase size to make money faster. You're trading one mini contract, you've only got $2,500 worth of drawdown. You hit a really good trade with 2 or 3 mini contracts. The next trade's a loser, takes it all back. You're trading with too big a size. You're rushing the process. You're going too fast. You are worried about how much money you're going to make if you can capture 10 points with 2 mini contracts versus focusing on how can I protect this remaining $1,200 of drawdown that I have. You are focused on trying to make $1,000 a trade and compete with everyone you see on YouTube versus how can I protect this account that's up $1,500 in profit and is maybe 2 or 3 days away from payout, okay? The next one, forcing setups. You feel pressure to take trades even if they have no edge. That can come from boredom. That can come from monkey see, monkey do. The person in your Discord, the person on YouTube, the streamer you're watching is taking trades, they're making money, and you're sitting there not seeing the same thing as them. And now you're forcing trades. You are not focused on the process. You're focused on trying to be involved in the market because you think that in order to make money, you need to be involved in the market. Revenge trading, we've all heard about it. Revenge trading, it gets to all of us. You take one winning trade, you take a losing trade, you're flat. Now you feel that urge to revenge trade and get it back, okay? I don't need to really speak more on that one. The last one, needing trading income. You need to get a payout this month in order to pay rent. You need to get a payout in order to break even on what you've spent this month in evaluations and activation fees. You need this to work out because you want to leave your 9 to 5. You need this to work out because you need to send your kid to daycare. You need this to work out. You are focusing on what you need on the monetary side of things versus focusing on the process that is going to get you to profitability. Now, here are some things that you need to focus on. This is what actually is going to get you payouts. Follow your plan. Yes, it's boring. It's cliche. I understand. Easier said than done. Focus on executing the plan each and every single day and sticking to it, regardless of outcome. I will be honest with you. On Friday, I took a big loss. On Friday, the market sold off over 1,000 points. On Friday, it looked like we should have just all got short and stayed short. I took a loss on Friday. Nothing I can do about it other than move on. Don't blow the account. Don't revenge trade. Don't double my size. Don't chase the move. I got a setup. It didn't work. It failed. Move on. Okay? Follow the plan because the whole key here is to survive. Number 2, kind of falls in line with that. Protect your account. It's the number one thing you need to be doing. Protect your account. Whether you're on your last $500 worth of drawdown or whether you deposited your last $1,000 into a personal account. Protect the account with everything that you love, everything that you own, everything that you have. That's your number one goal, is to protect the account. How are you going to protect the account? Number 3, trade the right size. I recommend if you're trading the NASDAQ 100, you should be trading 1 or 2 micros, nothing more, until you can make $100 a day consistently, until you can get paid out at least once a month. You should be trading 1 or 2 micros. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Number 4, patience and discipline. You wait for high quality setups that align with whatever level, whatever strategy, whatever model, whatever concept that you are trading. If those levels, those concepts, those models do not confirm, you do not take trades. Patience and discipline. Stick to it. Write it down. Put it on your forehead. I don't really care. Patience and discipline. You want to get into a trade, you feel like you're chasing the move, great. Sit back, wait 1 or 2 or 3 more candlesticks, see if that move is actually confirming structure instead of just jumping in. Manage your mindset. You control your emotions, okay? Nobody else, not me, not the streamer you're watching, not the community that you're involved in, but you manage your mindset. You are in control. You stay in control. Avoid FOMO. Stay calm through ups and downs, drawdown, and a positive P&L through managing your position size. You trade small enough size, you will manage those emotions a lot better. And the last one, consistency over everything. You have to focus on being consistent today. Forget about what you can potentially make tomorrow. Forget about how much these funded accounts are going to pay you if you get them to pay out. Focus on today, stay consistent. That is probably one of the most important aspects, mindset things that you can focus on each and every single day, is to tell yourself, I need to remain consistent. If I was trading $1 million account, would I allow myself to go into $500,000 worth of drawdown? I do not think so. If I'm managing $1,000 account, should I allow myself to go into $500 worth of drawdown? Think about it for a second. If you're trading a $1,000 account and you allow that account to lose $500 in a singular day, it's the same thing as trading a $1 million account and losing $500,000 on a single trade or in a single day. Hope that makes sense. If you guys want to join the EVX trading room, I have access to my blueprint, which goes over my entire strategy. You can get access to the community. You can get access to the live streams, and you can get access to the indicator that we're going to be coming out with very, very shortly. That's going to plot everything on your charts. If that interests you and you would like to trade alongside me and the rest of the team, you guys can definitely check out the link down in the description box below. I will see all of you guys on the next video. leave this video a thumbs up. Hopefully it helped. If it resonated with you, leave me a comment. Let me know that it resonated with you. Let me know if any of these things have actually happened to you or any of these thought patterns have actually crossed your mind. I'm very, very curious to know. I will see all of you guys in the next video.